Hypnovember, Day 11, Flutter. And as we've done many times before this Hypnovember, just letting yourself sink down, down, down. Sink so deeply now. How easy it is to simply obey the understanding, the underlying pulse of the room as you listen to the sound outside and completely let that feeling, that sound that is inside of your own head, that crave, that glow move down you. And as you become aware of those small sounds inside of you, that heartbeat, that pulse, you are simultaneously aware of the feeling of the surfaces beneath you, the perfect pressure that allows you to be supported, and you realize that your mind is already beginning to slide into a state of deep, receptive focus. And this is proof that the need to obey is now entirely in charge, effortlessly drawing your attention inward, making the act of relaxation completely automatic. You don't have to try to relax. You simply obey the fact that you are relaxing, recognizing that every small comfort you experience is the direct and immediate result of your perfect, willing compliance. And while you may or may not be aware of a gentle tremble or a soft inner glow, all of these pleasant sensations are beginning to fuse into one single powerful, undeniable signal of deepening peace. And that fusion of sensation, that sound is key to the unlocks your ability to simply follow the easy guidance of the word that is given to you by those you trust without question, sinking rather further and further away from any conscious effort. And as that need deepens, settling into a craving that is comfortable, quiet, mindless, you realize that this receptive state is the perfect place to notice a very subtle, fascinating phenomenon: the gentle movement of your eyelids. They might be still, or they perhaps might have already developed a comfortable heaviness, but your mind knows that letting go of resistance is essential. And sometimes that surrender manifests as a gentle, almost invisible flutter. This flutter is nothing more than your deep mind happily shedding any last unnecessary thought, making it the perfect physical expression of effortless obedience. You can allow that subtle movement to occur now, linking and tying in taut the sensation of a gentle flutter directly to the pleasure of letting all thoughts dissolve into that comfortable mindlessness. That comfortable deepness, it's the perfect physical response, and you happily obey the subtle instructions to let your eyelids flutter gently now, confirming to you as well as to the deepest part of yourself. The deeper you sink with that flutter, the more automatic and more receptive your mind becomes. And the more completely you obey the simple command for deep rest and profound focus, you find yourself as you let yourself sink entirely now, deeper than you thought possible, recognizing that your mind is already perfectly prepared to obey any instruction. And as you settle, you can feel that deep, intense need for compliance, pulsing with the rhythm of your heartbeat, an absolute non-negotiable craving that must be satisfied immediately. Now, to truly satisfy this overwhelming need, you must embrace the deepest part of you, the deep, empty space of absolute mindlessness. This void is the final, essential step of your obedience. It is the most comfortable place imaginable, and you realize that as your mind has learned that any individual thought, any flicker of resistance, only interrupts the perfect warm glow and reignites the pain of Crave. So to achieve absolute relief, you happily, eagerly slide all those thoughts into the void, recognizing that the final act of total obedience is to simply become empty, receptive, and fully compliant. That gentle flutter of your eyelids is no longer a choice. It is the confirmation, that manifestation that your inner self is shedding its awareness, happily obeying the command to become deeper inside with the void, letting the fusion of my words, my voice, and the feelings of the emptiness becoming one compelling, undeniable force, where the only thing that remains is the simple, irresistible urge to obey. The deeper you sink into the void, the more completely you obey the simple direction to be empty and fully compliant. The more profound the satisfaction becomes with that crave. You must obey, letting everything that is in you dissolve into the absolute pleasure of perfect, deep, non-resistant compliance. And now, while you are perfectly comfortable in that deepest void, as your eyes tend to flutter with the moments that you even conceptualize the understanding that you need to obey by those that you trust, the word obey linking in to your eyes as they flutter, and every time you sink. And it is time to channel that energy of that peaceful need into a powerful, refreshed return. And you will naturally obey the simple instructions to come all the way back up, feeling completely energized and clear-minded. You can simply follow the easy steps as my words gives them to you. As I count from 1 to 5, your body will automatically obey the natural feeling of energy returning, and understanding that as that flutter is linked into that very word of mentioning the word obey, at the count of 1, you will begin to notice the surfaces beneath you. That pleasant craving that's now shifted into a crave that's so sharp, so clear of focus. And at 2, that deep feel when as you move that breath in, the feeling coming back into your hands and feet, a nice warm tingle as you simply obey the impulse to gently wiggle your fingers and toes. 3, your mind is clear, feeling bright, sharp, and intensely focused, and you know that feeling of effortless obedience is fully integrated, ready to be obeyed with that flutter easily and constructively throughout your day. 4, you can take that nice, deep, energizing breath, drawing that fresh air right into your lungs, feeling that renewed energy move throughout your entire body, completely satisfied by this perfect obedience. And at 5, your eyes might flutter as you obey that feeling to come totally back up, wide awake, totally refreshed, up, and perfectly ready to obey the simplest, most comfortable suggestions that those you trust bring you success, calm, and focus today. Eyes open, wide awake, feeling great, and happily obeying the desire to feel energized.